What's up, you guys? This is Jaden here with the Moonlight Craftsman channel. This is part 2 of the unit heater Flue installation. On the last video we did the shop work, and in this video we are going to be doing the field work. So going to install the curb and take out the old Flue and put in the new one. So here we go. So what I'm doing right here, guys, is removing the 5-inch Flue that we're moving up to the 6-inch Flue. If you remember that from part 1, I'll link down to part 1 in the description. So before we move on to other parts of the video here, I have been getting some more tools that you guys will be seeing and some more videos coming up. I got quite the list of videos to get out to you guys, and been dealing with some technical issues, learning a little bit more on the technical side and file management. This video, has something like 50 files, so getting the hang of it, and I'll be getting a more consistent flow of content out to you guys. Just wanted to let you guys know that. So this is looking up at the old roof jack. I am measuring things out, gonna drill up a few 1/4-inch holes through the deck of the roof to locate where I'm going to put the curb. Now, if you remember from part 1, I accidentally made the curb flat, so it was 16 inches tall, and so this is kind of my fix here. I measured the slope of the roof, and in the 26 inches that the curb, that's how wide the curb is. It goes down 3/4 of an inch, which happens to be the thickness of that decking. So right here on the high side, I'm going to put this 2x6, and that'll give support to this roof decking up there, because I'm going to cut out the roof decking on that existing 2x6, and I'm going to have the curb set on the 2x6 on the high side, and then set on that 3/4-inch decking on the low side, so it'll end up being level on the top of the curb. Right here you'll see that I'm just cutting away the caulking on this roof jack, and I'm going to pull out this old 5-inch Flue here and begin to mark out the where I'm going to cut out for my curb. So using those 1/4-inch holes that I made from below, I'm marking those out right here with this yardstick and cutting the roof membrane. There's a little bit of insulation under there, so I'm going to remove that and expose this roof jack, which it's just screwed into that decking there. So I'll take those out and get that out of the way. And then I need to cut this decking out, which I'm just using a cordless skill saw. And like I said before, it's going to sit on the roof joists on the left side there, and on the decking on the right, which that'll give us a level curb after compensating for the slope. So I've put some screws in the bottom flange on the inside of this curb to attach it to the roof. And now I'm moving on to the rubber roofing membrane, and I've kind of got a rough measurement. Now I'm taking it around the curb and I'm cutting the corners and gonna make a final cut here, as you see, and prepare it to be glued onto the curb. Right here I'm just using a multi-purpose adhesive. It's contact adhesive, so that means you got to put it on both the both surfaces. And so right now I'm just going to attach it to the curb. So I've got it on the curb and I've got it on the rubber. So then here I'll just wrap it right around the curb, press it firmly up against there, and then I'll take a roller, and that's it. Pressure activates that contact adhesive, and that ain't going anywhere. Then I'm using primer. Right here is what this is, and I'm just putting a couple strips right here, and that'll help me hold that rubber up, because I need to get underneath there and clean it up and put some seam tape. You can see some metal strips that I've screwed down underneath there. That prevents what's called bridging, where the rubber in those inside corners kind of pulls up. So then I've put the seam tape underneath these flaps, which is kind of a two-sided sticky tape. And then I'm cleaning up the extra rubber. And in the corners here, you use primer to clean it up, and then you put this flashing tape, which is tape that allows you to bend it around corners, and then you press it in just like everywhere else. And then it's time to caulk it using rubber caulking, and you just go over every seam. It says you don't need to tool it, which it kind of lays out, after about a minute, or it lays flat. So you can tool it a little bit, but not necessary. So now we're back on the inside. I just left that straight piece of pipe just kind of hanging up there on the flashing with the cap on, and that allowed me to kind of level it up one way, screw my angle iron in there, and then go back, level it the other way, mark my holes, drill the holes, get those lined up, push that pipe up through the flashing, and get it set right there. So right here I've got it set on the unit, an elbow there, and I've got the height set going up through the curb. So I'm just connecting in between there with an adjustable piece of vent pipe. This is B vent, so I just got one piece of adjustable straight piece, which I can slide in and out, and another 18-inch piece. And there's no screws required in this B vent here in these connections, which I'll show you just here in a second. So yeah, this is what it looks like. We've got a few screws right there where it meets the unit, and there's an increaser from 4 to 6, but it's got these tabs. You just kind of turn it to lock it in, as you can see right there, and that doesn't come off. And that adjustable pipe, it had one screw, so there is another screw right there on that adjustable, as you can see right there. So then I went back up on the roof, and I'm screwing the flashing onto the curb with some rubber washer screws, and then I am going to take that cap back off, seal around the pipe that goes through there after putting a couple screws in there. Try not to screw all the way through to the inner pipe. And then I'll put some polyurethane sealant around here. I'm using Volcom, but you could also use NP1. And put the roof cap back on, rain cap back on after the storm collar, which kind of just shoves right into that caulking, and then you're good to go. Okay, that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. If you got any questions or comments, just do that below, and I read every comment, and I will get back to you, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.